Hey everybody, it's Seth and Paul with the Everything Money channel. In this podcast, we talk about Paul's relentless commitment to the B2Y effort of setting a goal, setting your endpoint, and doing the little bitty steps, 5 minutes a day.
I'm trying to keep my head as still as possible.
Like a duck or chicken.
Is that what it is, really?
Yeah, I'll show you videos of like a chicken bobbing up. Anyway, watch the podcast, the Everything Money podcast, where we talk about getting shit done and changing your life. On YouTube, baby. Paul, I'm a normal listener. I have a job, 9 to 5, a couple kids. I'm very busy. The kids have ball games in the evening, and we have to make dinner. I get about a half hour of myself tonight. Per night, I get about a half hour to an hour to either watch TV, hang out.
Well, then
with
you're
my
bad
wife.
at managing your time. Next question.
So I'm ready to, I want to be more, Paul, than my 9 to 5. I want to be more than my shitty boss telling me what to do on a daily basis.
Why is your boss shitty?
Because he's you. That's a total joke. I want to be more. I'm working at, I can describe my former life. I'm working at an office from 9 to 5 in a cage. Yeah. I get TPS sheets. We have meetings that could have been emails. And the best part of my day is when I leave my work. I go home to scurry dinner together and then ship around 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have 3, I only have 2. I finally want to go into real estate. That's it. I've had it. I want to be like Uncle Paul. I want to be wealthy and have Mexican villas.
Uh-huh.
You would say it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
What are some misconceptions that people are not getting or don't know about the intro into real estate? I know you talk about learning. I know you talk about watching videos and learning from people like people are doing at this very moment.
Okay, before we get into that,
Go ahead.
Can we first talk about
A moment of likeness.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Please press the thumbs up. It really helps us.
I need to pay Seth more money.
It helps,
so he can,
it helps
so he
us
can quit his job.
It helps
from
us
his
know what
asshole
it helps
boss.
us know what we should be doing in terms of analytics. So please like right there if you like what we're saying. Paul,
Well, it also helps
go.
us make more money, so we can go pay you more money.
Go ahead, Paul.
Before we go into what we should know about so how many different things are there to invest in this world?
A jillion.
A jillion.
Yes.
Are you telling me you can't find 2 or 3 that you have passion for that you want to go learn more about?
I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I just work for a guy. He pays me. I pay my taxes.
I know.
My taxes are done in TurboTax because I get one W-2 and I'm done.
When you daydream about making money, what do you daydream that you're doing when you make money?
Gosh, I don't know. I never thought about it that way.
Well, how about you think about it that way?
What am I doing?
Yeah, what are you doing in your daydreams about it? That's what people need to be thinking about. That's how my career happened.
That's step 1?
Oh, yeah. Think about it, Seth. If you think about something that gets you, the one thing I do all the time is, why do we change the name of our podcast and YouTube channel? Because I kept saying, it kept sticking in my head going, we need to change the name. We need to change the name. How many times did I bring it up to you?
Many months. Over the course of many months.
And I kept saying, listen, I like the name Learn From Us, but I don't think it really grasps what we're doing anymore. Same thing. If there's one thing you keep going like, oh man, like whenever I watch TV, I watch CNBC, I watch Jim Cramer, I watch, Flip This House or whatever it is, or when I go on YouTube, what am I always watching? Go learn more about that. We've never in our entire history had more access to more information than we do today.
Yes.
You have a guy sitting here.
Yes.
Guy sitting here willing to teach people how to do things. The great thing we do is we're investors, and I don't believe being. I pick lots of areas to invest in. Seth, if you wanted to go do Magic the Gathering cards, I would do it with you to a certain level.
Yeah.
I like the idea of buying. The whole point is there are so many ways to make money in this world. Find the ones that make you want to go learn and do more. Find the ones that make you go to work.
Which one? Okay, I'm sorry. So is the first step in maybe gaining wealth just learning about what you might like in the world?
Not what you might like, what you will like. Figure out what always rings in your head going, I've always interested. Go as far back as, why did I start playing guitar again? Because you told me it takes 5 minutes a day, and I was always like, I always want to learn an instrument.
Yeah.
Why did I start learning Spanish? I got these houses in Mexico. I always wanted to be able to speak Spanish to my friends down in Mexico and the people who work for us down there. No different.
What if it is real estate? Where do we start?
read and watch. Read whatever you can. Watch whatever. That's what I did. I'm no different than everybody else. We all started in the womb, right?
Yes.
Yes, we were all born in different situations. I get that. But if you have a 9 to 5, if you're very, very blessed you have a 9 to 5.
Okay.
And lucky that you have something that gives you, you're smirking.
I'm hashtag blessed already. I'm fine. I'm still going forward with I'm blessed.
Start reading, start watching videos. There's somebody around you. Yesterday you said to me, like, Paul, I only know like 2 people have real estate. I'm like, well, that's wrong because blah, 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 blah. You're like, oh yeah, I guess you're right. I'm like, okay, thank you. Like, you didn't realize how many people you knew had real estate.
Yeah.
There's somebody out there who does what you want to do.
I think one of your best advice that you've given me in the past week is, well, why don't you just take this guy out to lunch?
Yeah.
So would you advise finding someone like Uncle Paul?
Yeah.
Take him out to lunch and figure out how to
It's
get going?
happened on LinkedIn for me. People reach out to me and said, hey, I want to pick your brain. I'm like, good, buy me a lunch.
Yeah?
Yeah. I got to eat every day. And somebody takes away my pretzels, so I can't eat them.
I took away Paul's pretzels because the last podcast, he's just sitting here literally shaking them, talking about investing. You'll get those back at the end of the show.
I know, I miss them.
So what are the misconceptions people are...
Why do you keep saying misconceptions?
Because I want people to search this video and they're getting into real estate and you're going to tell them
It's not
right
just about
now...
real estate, though, Seth.
But they're not expecting.
It's not just about real estate. I don't care if it's stocks. I don't care if it's real estate. I don't care if it's building houses, even though it's just part of a real estate.
Go on.
I don't care if it could be buying crappy cars, fixing them back up and selling. Somebody out there is a mechanic. Maybe you're the guy who goes, hey, I'm going to go buy a car for $1,000, put $2,000 into it and sell it for $5,000.
Well, you've gone into real estate and it's become obviously very profitable for you.
Okay.
Would you advise that for normal people?
I would advise you to do something that you want to go do.
And if they like real estate?
Oh, you have to do it then.
Oh.
Why would you not? It's a great way to make money.
Tell me about it.
Build wealth.
I don't know anything about it. Tell me about it.
You know, that seems so cheesy and cliche to do.
There's a house for sale down the road. There's a duplex for sale.
Go see what you can do with that. If you think you can rehab it and flip it, let's say it's a house to flip. Go out there, figure out what it's worth after flipping it, how much money you want to make in profit, take out your cost to rehab, and there's your price you have to pay for it. And it's probably going to be a lot lower than their ask price. Mm-hmm. And your whole goal is, if you love what you do, you're going to go search 100 things to go find the one deal that makes sense.
That's what you told me, actually, when I started getting interested, is scour the internet and bring to me 10 deals. That's a lot of work to begin with. I don't even think I ever did it.
Of course not. Seth, of course it's a lot of work, though. Why making money should be a lot of work.
Right. I guess there's a misconception is...
So you go every single day and you do a lot of work outside. I hear all the time how busy everybody is. Well, you do a lot of work for what? Your kids, your spouses, your home, all those things. What's your compensation there? It's different. It's love, etc. But shouldn't you do a lot of work to make money? Shouldn't it be hard to make money?
Well, most people... Again, this goes back to rich versus normal. As most people obviously think that the rich
and normal are relative terms because compared to the rest of the world, everyone in this country is rich.
Yeah.
Everyone in this country has opportunity.
Well, let's just talk about this country. Like people like yourself, there must have been some break. You're lucky and I'm not.
If that's your attitude, just go jump off a cliff.
We don't recommend you jump off a cliff.
If your attitude is somebody else is lucky and I'm not, you will never, ever, 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 ever make it. And you deserve not to make it. And Seth's going to yell at me after this podcast for saying that. If you really believe you're the victim, please go fuck yourself. It really drives me nuts. You'll never make it. I'm just telling you right now. I can say with absolute certainty, if you're the victim in this situation, you'll never make it. I've literally stopped talking to people because they said that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't want that negativity around me.
Yikes.
You make opportunity for yourself. I hate it when people say, I moved to the city because there was more opportunity for jobs. Oh, so you need your city to make you successful. Sounds good. If you want to make it and you think it's going to be easy, turn this channel off, unsubscribe, you're an idiot. If you're willing to put some work in to do something that you love, you are going to make a ton of money. You are going to make a ton of money. And you should make a ton of money. But if you think it's going to be easy or there's a victim mentality, you might be like, I'm not a victim. Yes, you are. If you think that, everybody else has it but me. Okay, sounds good.
Well, human beings flock to easy. They see the Bitcoin growing. They see the Tesla and Amazon flying.
I can make you a better investor. I cannot make you a good investor. Okay. You can make yourself a good investor with my help. With watching these videos, we can help work on making each other better investors. Because somebody's going to send me something someday. It's going to make me go, oh, shit, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Listen, there's things I do all the time. It's because if some random person wrote something, I'm like, oh, yeah, I didn't think about that way. I think I'm probably a better investor than them, but I'm still like, oh, they offered a different angle to it than I did. So if you're open to the fact that you want to go learn, you can go learn, and you want to put the time in, if you're too busy to do that, don't do it then.
Mm-hmm.
But don't wake up at 70 going, I never had the chance to. What's that called? A victim.
A victim. I never had a chance to.
I last time I checked, nobody forced you to have kids. Last time I checked, nobody's forced you to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the movie Office Space?
Of course.
You know what the brilliance of that movie is?
Go on.
He left the job he hated, became a construction worker, and was happier in life.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily, there's a happy medium between do what you love and do what you have to do. It's not, there's this place in the middle. I do things I don't want to do, but I do what I love, and that makes the things that I don't want to do that much easier. But if everything you do is something you don't want to do, then F off. Listen, everybody here watching this podcast can make it and can make more money and can make a higher rate of return. The great news is the learning curve is very steep for everybody watching. If you're doing very, very little learning, you could probably become a much better investor. Good investing is about it's about avoiding disaster, not about, hitting home runs.
I would think that a listener might hear someone say, screw you, you suck. If you think this way, just unsubscribe, you suck. I would think that someone might think, boy, this little cocky guy.
Yeah, he's very little.
But the funny part is, I guess is I don't want to do hard things.
Yes, correct. Right. Why is this guy telling me I have to work hard to make money?
It's like, damn it, I don't want to do hard things. I just want all the money.
Entitlement. We're not going to get into that. Everybody here wants to work hard. Everybody feels good. Everybody watching this video thinks they work hard.
Yes, well, I guess you're right.
So go work hard and make more money. And then when you make it, you're going to be like, and then when you hear a little prick saying to you like, you had it easy because you had the internet and you watched a guy named Paul. It's free on YouTube.
It's a guy named Seth, actually. He
Oh,
mispronounced my name.
I always misspell that.
Yes. Yeah, I guess that's it. You, with all of your brash, with your
Would you consider brash?
the way you say it doesn't make me want to jump up and get going, but it does formulate the reasoning that I do have to work really hard if I want to.
By the way, it's not even really hard. It's just a little bit more. I don't even consider it hard work.
Go on.
The joke I have is I don't work. That's literally the comments I make because people say, oh, it's because you have money. Maybe. Or is it the reason I have money is because I never felt like I worked.
Oh.
Right? Because I just did everything I did the things I want to do. I focused day one on the things I wanted to do.
Wouldn't you say 91 out of 100 people listening to this can't say that? They can't always just focus on what they love doing. They have to work some shitty job. Well, some of people are stuck.
Why are they
some
stuck,
shitty banking job because society told us we have to get some degree, then go get a job at Merrill Lynch, put on a suit, and then go to lunch with another guy with a name tag on your suit.
Well, you've made a decision to have a lifestyle and to make X amount of dollars for that lifestyle. And I've always said there's nothing worse. Whenever I go teach at Walsh, I say to them, nothing worse than having a high-paying job you hate. Because you will never leave it because you have a mortgage to pay, you have tuition to pay, you have car payments to pay, etc. Be that as it may, wouldn't you love to have that passion to be able to go out and do something else on the side so you look forward even more to the weekends and imagine taking your kid. You always talk about doing a house with your kids. Haven't you talked about that?
Yeah. I mean, I do have I never know also when to stop, Paul. I mean, I never know. I get too far spread out as opposed to just, you're saying, what is it? Focus and obsess.
Do less but obsess.
Do less but obsess.
Mm-hmm.
And so I own another company that I do almost every single day. If I don't have some huge project, I'm working this company, making cold calls, calling strangers, and sending stuff out. So that's my little side project.
Yep, and it's been hard.
Yeah.
But it's also been rewarding
And fun.
Yes.
So I guess maybe that's it. It's my main, maybe this is it for you, and this would be a wonderful position, is my main job is kind of my side hustle.
What makes me different than you?
Stunning good looks. Just lovely person.
Wait, who are you talking about good looks? Is it me or you?
That's for you to decide.
Oh, damn it.
What makes me, I don't know, tell me.
People want to hear that everybody's different. And I say that I'm different.
Uh-huh.
I'm different because over the years I started normal and just a little bit doing things a little bit different every single day.
Yeah.
Not at first it was consciously, then after a while it becomes a habit. Like the whole atomic habit things. Small things all of a sudden just becomes a habit. That's it. We're still the same people. We have the same brain. My girlfriend is an artsy person. She's not a numbers person. She is to design that I am to numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if she tried to sit there and say, I'm going to emulate Paul, it'd be a colossal failure. And if I tried to sit there and say, I'm going to emulate Lisa, it'd be a colossal failure. But she does something she loves and can go make a lot of money doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Then when she makes that money, she goes and saves it. Same with everybody out there. Whatever your passion is, there is somebody. That's Office Space again. The guy goes, everything you see out here, somebody made $1 million doing the pet rock. Somebody's made $1 million. Looking around your house right now. Look, you're in your car, you're in your house. Look around. Every small item in your house, somebody's made millions of dollars doing.
Yeah.
Whether it was having the business or designing it or whatever it is, somebody's made millions of dollars doing it. Go find that thing you want to do. And I'm not telling you need to make millions of dollars a year. Just go do a little bit better. Because 2 or 3% difference a year can mean the difference between an amazing retirement and an okay retirement.
Explain that again.
2 or 3% over time, over 30, 40 years, can literally be doubling or tripling of your money. 2 or 3% extra.
Show some calculations.
We have to go on the whiteboard to do that.
Okay, next time.
Okay, we will. But that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get these little things. And on top of that, if you do something you like, you're enjoying it as well, Seth. You love photography. Do you really feel like photography is work? Be honest.
No, it's my side job. I mean,
But it's not your side job.
It's my main job, actually. It's my
Did you see what you said?
Main job.
It felt like your side job.
Yeah. Well, I don't bog myself down with it and make myself one of those 9-to-5 people that end up hating it, hating my clients, hating everything about it.
You love it.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm just a rare. I'm absolutely the 1%.
But you weren't a rare. You were sitting in a cubicle
4 years ago.
4 years ago doing stupid chemistry work.
Yeah.
That's the point. You were a normal person. Have you ever met really successful people? They're normal human beings.
Mm-hmm.
I am a normal human being. Every single person I meet and they go, oh my God, that person's amazing. I want to meet these like amazing human beings that whenever I meet them, I'm like, you're normal.
Shaq, Scottie Pippen.
They are normal people. Shaq I shouldn't say this, but at our dinner, Shaq said something and I just like took my hand and went, oh. He said a comment that made absolutely zero sense financially.
Go on.
I'm not going to go on in details because I love Shaq, but he did basketball very, very, very well. He doesn't have to worry about financial matters because he did basketball very, very, very well. He does endorsements. He does all these things. He's bought a lot of car washes, a lot of fitness places, etc. That's it. I'm not sitting there saying you have to be an abnormal person. In fact, the more abnormal you are, you think like you're this. Those are the people who don't do very well, like the geniuses. Like, come on. The genius, like the smartest kids from my school, from my grade school, he's like a Princeton professor now in astrophysics or something like that. I mean, he was in 7th grade doing calculus. But financially, he's not like a millionaire, right? I always did very well in school, but I wasn't him. I mean, he was literally our 8th grade science fair project. He built oh my God, what did he build? He built this contraption that was picking up radiation from Jupiter. In 8th effing grade.
Now Jupiter?
Jupiter.
That's
Boys go to Jupiter.
That's one of the moons, right?
Yeah, together.
So wait, let me think about this. I guess the point is, you bring up these ideas, and I know some people who I don't, maybe now that I think about it, they're not capitalizing on some of the amazing ideas they might have. So how do you transition?
That's the hard part.
What would you advise a normal person who might have this inner fire to do something more?
Do one thing.
Tell me about
today.
it.
Pick the next step. Go get it done.
Oh, B to Y.
B to Y.
Talk about it again.
Everybody worries about A and Z. The start and the end.
So, for example, I want to get into real estate. I want to have 1,000 units and be rich.
Yes.
Great. Those are my goal. That's my goal. I feel good. I got a goal. I'm great.
The first step. Go learn about how you make money in a real estate deal. Like, how does a real estate deal pay you money? Great. Once you figure that out, go start looking at real estate deals.
This is step C.
Whatever they are. The whole point is pick what your steps are and just do one every day. Fuck, do one a week. I don't care. But just make progress. Just make progress. As long as you're making progress, you'll never go backwards. You'll always be better every day than you were the day before. It is that effing simple. Microsoft didn't become a $100 billion a year company just day one.
Mm-hmm.
They made the first dollar, then the second dollar, then the third, all the way up to 100 billion. But how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
I thought you said yellowfant.
Oh.
I think if someone is still listening this long,
they haven't been insulted or...
I think you're actually looking at two guys who are on a podcast
with 478 subscribers.
With 478 subscribers.
Whose goal is what? 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
And somebody might hear that and go, are you out of your mind?
Right.
I have to get to 479 before I get to 1 million.
I had dear friends saying, why would you make a podcast? This is about a year ago. Why would you make a podcast that has 17 views? Now, some of our podcasts still only have 30, 40, 50 views.
But 30, 40, 50 a year ago was a really good podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a crappy one. We have some that have 8,000 views.
Yes.
And I want, in a year from now, we look at the 8,000 ones going, that's okay.
So you're actually looking at two live dudes putting their work on the line.
Well, no, work on the line.
Not on the line, but we're not, quote unquote, working right now.
Yeah.
And committed to something, learning from each other. I guess we're doing it as we speak.
Absolutely. That's exactly it. We're doing it one subscriber at a time.
Yes.
One like at a time.
Yeah! Please like the video.
But the great news is we have what we do. We just do exactly what we like. Seth, I've always told you I like teaching. I've taught at Walsh for 7-8 years.
Me too.
You like teaching. So let's just do a podcast where we teach people.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, you know what the goal is? Somebody calls me and goes, hey, Paul, my aunt, she's 70 and wants to sell her 150 unit property that she inherited from her father in Des Moines, Iowa. Would you be interested?
Better call Paul.
Better call Paul. Hey, Paul, my aunt has a company. She's ready to retire. It does $10 million in revenue. Would you be interested?
You're ready to buy. You're ready to spend $20 million.
I'm ready to spend something. The whole point is I'm ready to buy something.
Yeah.
That's the whole point we're doing this. I will teach everybody exactly how I do everything. It's implementing and discipline that takes it. And you can do that one step at a time. Just tell you know what I do sometimes?
Go on.
I force myself to do things I don't want to do for just a little bit longer.
Uh-huh.
When I work out with my trainer, Karen, sometimes she'll say, do 12 reps. I'll do 14. It's not because I want to be like, look at me. It's just because I want us to have that little level of discomfort saying, oh, I just went to 14.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, 12 doesn't seem so bad anymore.
I'm trying to teach this to my kid,
And I'm glad you're doing that at such a young age.
He's 10, but he often, when adversity picks up, it's immediate quit.
Of course.
Why are we doing this? And just last night, I said, listen, there's going to be games where you're hurt. Let's practice being hurt and do this play,
Yep.
Playing first base or hitting. He had a little hitch in his giddy up last night. Maybe I think he cut his foot or something. So give me 2 more reps while it kind of hurts. And that's interesting. You do that too.
You have to.
Yeah.
Except like lately, the eating thing, that's the discomfort I just can't get around.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's these small, the Atomic Habits book is so good because literally everything in life is about small steps.
How do we get that guy on the show? Is he too famous
I already
for us?
reached out to him.
How much does he want?
It's like $50,000.
$50,000 to come talk to us?
Yeah. It's a lot.
He calls that money.
He's sold 1 million copies of that thing.
Yeah.
He gets paid $50,000 for companies to come in there and just talk about things.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, listen, he's probably worth it. I mean, that book is a great book. Atomic Habits, just one small thing at a time. Literally, chess. I'm Spanish. On Duolingo, it tells you how many words you're learning.
Yeah.
Every day, I don't know how many words I learn, but all of a sudden I'll look after a month and it's like 200 extra words.
Mm-hmm.
You do that for 3 years? How many words is that?
Like
7,000 words. How many words do we use in the English language on a daily basis?
No clue.
A couple thousand?
Couple thousand?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at going, if I learn 1 or 2 words a day, 2 or 3 words a day, before you know it, I'm fluent in Spanish. That's all this is. Guitar, same thing. I remember Mo was starting guitar. He's like, I don't get this chord. I'm like, let's keep playing it.
Yes.
Before you know it, he's like, oh yeah, I can strum along. It's like, okay. Last night he's like, I can't sing along with strumming. I'm like, keep doing it. And then 2 weeks, he'll probably be like, oh my God, I can sing along while strumming. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know how it go. I mean,
5 minutes a day. You're the one that got me
I know.
into guitar by saying 5 minutes a day, Paul.
you saw me play Nirvana at your house last week, Paul.
I did see that.
That was nice. It's
Have you
good
been
stuff.
practicing?
Of course.
I thought you were so busy with your kids. I have so much work to do with my kids.
I'm not saying this.
I know, I'm teasing.
I'm saying what other people might be saying.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you always say that too. You talk about your kids a lot. But you're a good father. You're very active with your kids. And guess what? People are like water. They go the easiest route possible.
Mm-hmm.
Water sees a wall, it goes the other way.
Mm-hmm.
People see a wall, they go the other way. I'm not saying that's not.
It's human nature.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't go the other way sometimes. There's some walls you sit there and go, listen, this isn't worth it.
Mm-hmm.
But just go try to get a little bit more. People realize like athletes are really good because they just practice a lot more. Go look at. It's funny. I love watching videos of Steph Curry when he was like 7 shooting basketballs because he was good for 7, but he wasn't a college basketball player. He wasn't an NBA champion yet. He still had to go be a good 7-year-old basketball player and then be a good 8-year-old one and then a good 9-year-old one and always get better. The hardest part is success very young can be spoiling. I remember in school once when I was in 3rd grade, the teacher said, I was the best or second best student in my 4th grade class. There was a kid named Tom who your wife knows. And he was like, I mean, he was definitely smarter than me, but I was second best, I'd say, call it, right? I remember her saying in 4th grade, right now there's 1 or 2 kids who dominate every subject. When you get to college and other things in life, you'll realize one person dominates one subject and a lot of other people dominate. Because when you get used to making it in everything, you don't try as hard anymore. I'm the best at it. Why do I try hard anymore? It's complacency. Mm-hmm. Everybody falls for it. The question is at what age? And for us, that's our biggest fear about real estate. I even hated saying in the last podcast, we're really good at real estate. God, that even drove me not to say that. Why do you think I mean, I'm a better investor than you, but am I still studying at night about investing? Yeah. It's just a little bit every time. If I read, my goal was to read 30 books a year. So I read 20 pages a day. I read more than 20 pages a day now because I started by reading a little bit here and there. And before you know it, ends up being more than 20 pages. Mm-hmm. That's just it. It's all the small steps you do that all of a sudden get you to big. One step at a time. B to Y. You can't forget about the B to Y. Everybody worries about A and Z. Just don't worry about A and Z. Get A done. Don't worry about Z. Just worry about B. What's the most important step? What's the most important play?
The next one.
The next one. That's it. Don't even worry yourself about the other ones. All I'm worried about right now for this podcast is getting to 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
I should be saying I'm worried about getting to 479.
Yeah.
But our goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers. The second we get to 1,000, great. Now how do we get to 2,000? Mm-hmm. Then 3, then 4, then 5, then 10, then blah, blah, blah. And before you know it, we'll be like, oh, shoot. We'll do some video where I say something stupid and it blows up because I said something stupid. Mm-hmm. Like if you're a victim, then jump off a cliff or whatever I said.
You know, you just brought that up about saying something stupid. Isn't it funny that in real life, I'm the one saying the dumbass stuff all day and you're correcting me. But on the podcast, you're threatening people, racial slurs, politics.
Racial slurs? Green bomb? Is that what you said last night? Is that a racial slur?
And I'm the careful one, like, Paul, we can't be using the R word anymore.
I don't think I tell you you're saying things wrong. We have good conversations about.
You have trained me to really be cautious about what I say and what I really trying to mean.
Well, because you know why?
I'm an over talker and I have a bad memory. So I don't quite often even remember what I said. When I always say that you analyze my sentences more than I do when they're coming out and when I remember them. That's very well true. But anyway, it's kind of funny.
And by the way, we all do that though. Like I forget things all the time. If it doesn't matter to me, I don't really care. I just say something. I'm like, I'm moving on.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's not just me. It's everybody.
So I do like that idea. That's a great plan, actually. 5 minutes a day.
Oh, you're the one who came up with it. It wasn't me.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right. But I mean, in terms of like real estate is like.
Hey, next time you're in the. You know what's funny? I used to always say, I'm not listening to. Oh, you son of a bitch. He's reaching for the fucking pretzels they won't let me have.
If you're listening online, I stole Paul's pretzels because he was shaking them on the podcast. And now I'm just eating them while he talks. So go ahead, Paul.
I used to only listen to music in the car. Now I listen to Joel Greenblatt, Gary Mashuris, guys that I like. I listen to these earnings calls. I'm just like, you know what? Why do I need to listen to music? I don't need to listen to music. I'd rather just listen to somebody talk about something that really matters to me. So next time you go to lunch, go put 10 minutes on of some idiot talking about making money who makes a lot of money because they're just some idiot who did something really, really well. That's all we are. I'm an idiot in a lot of things. I'm just really good at other things.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
LeBron's very good at basketball. He's stupid at politics.
Okay.
Every time he talks about politics, I just want to be like, oh my God, listen to this guy.
Well, I mean, yeah.
No.
That's a whole nother topic altogether.
Either way, everybody has their pluses and minuses. Everybody does. Bill Gates is a brilliant man. He's probably not a great golfer or tennis player, but he loves golf and tennis. Roger Federer is a great tennis player. Probably not very good at something else that you would be taking pictures. He probably wouldn't look at the camera and go, "What? Oh, what's this?"
Yeah.
It's just you got to remember that you're not going to be good at everything. So find the things you are good at and go exploit the F out of it. And everybody's good at something. Everyone is good at something. Everyone in this world is really good at something.
Yeah.
I look at Lisa. It's so funny because
This is your girlfriend.
my girlfriend, and she's so good at design. Oh my Lord.
I don't even know what the hell I don't even know what that is, but we're sitting in a design of hers.
Yeah. And she goes to my house and she does things, and I'm just like, what the hell? Where did this come from?
Yeah, I don't get it either. I don't even know how you get better at this.
Yeah. Like she looks at stuff and goes, oh, that's all wrong. But over the years, it's funny. She'll say, I touch you well, because I'll notice things. I'd be like, oh, that's not right because of this and this. Because I hear her, it gets ingrained in me.
Yeah.
But I'm not the level of her, anywhere close to it. If she's, a 95 out of 100, I'm like a 4. But most people are a 2 or 1. You know what I mean?
So getting ingrained is, you're saying, take 5 minutes of, if you want to get into real estate, take 5 minutes of watching videos so that the terminology,
Yep.
the thought process of investing becomes
so funny.
a little more like a Spanish language to you. Like,
Correct.
yes.
Correct. But you know what the funny thing is? Now she hears me talk about investing, she'll say, well, that doesn't make sense. I'm like, yeah, exactly, Lise. Mm-hmm. But she's not looking at financials. She has no idea what a financial statement would say. And I don't mean that as an insult. She'd probably get upset if she heard me say that. But like, no, it's not an insult. I know accountants who can't read financial statements very well. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, what are we doing here? I probably don't know accountants that can't read financial statements. But I know the whole point is I don't go to my accountant for investing, even though they don't understand financial statements.
Yes.
You just got to get a little bit better every time. Your 5-minute rule. Call it the 5-minute rule by Seth Kirchanen.
It must exist.
Look it up, because I thought it was brilliant. You literally said to me, Seth, Paul, you do. Remember what I said to you? I go, 5 minutes? That's it? You're like, yeah. Like I was saying something stupid. You're like, yeah, 5 minutes. Just do 5 minutes a day of something you really want to learn, and you'll get pretty good at it.
The 5-minute rule is a cognitive behavior therapy technique for procrastination, in which you set a goal of doing whatever it is you would otherwise avoid, but only for 5 minutes.
Oh,
If after 5 minutes,
there we go.
It's so horrible that you have to stop, you're free to do so. This is the 5-minute rule.
It's along the same lines.
End procrastination in 5 minutes.
But it's along the same lines. You know why? If you find that you don't want to do it longer than 5 minutes, you probably shouldn't be doing it. Find something else you want to do. I've started computer programming, quit it 2 or 3 times. Computer programming is not for me. I didn't find the passion to go do it. But I found tennis. I found chess. I found Spanish. I found guitar. Mm-hmm. I have 4 very, very good hobbies that I love. If I could play tennis every single day, I probably would. I play chess every day. In 4 years and 2 months exactly to the day, I think I've missed 1 day of chess. I think. And it's not even true that I've missed 1 day of chess.
Now, you want to be a grandmaster one day?
A master.
Not a grandmaster.
Grandmaster is...
Not possible.
No, it's not possible. It's just I'm not one to put that effort in.
Oh, at least you're honest about it, right?
Oh, that's what everybody should say. When somebody says, I don't want to do that, no, you don't want to put the time in for that. Paul, I don't have time to do this. No, you don't put the effort. It's just you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Grandmaster is just not for me, it's not worth that. I'm not going to... Master to me is great. I found 4 things I love, but I went through sailing. I had a boat. I had a boat.
That's, wow.
A waste of time for me. I found tennis. Love it. I used to play golf all the time. I chopped golf because I'm like, you know what? I'd rather go play... I'd rather become fluent in Spanish and play chess and spend my time playing tennis.
Doesn't it take some sort of bravery even to do even to get out of one's shell to do 5 minutes of something that maybe could propel their life?
Doesn't it take bravery to go storm the beach of Normandy?
It does.
That's bravery. Let's pump the brakes on bravery here. You're spending 5 minutes in your car listening to some numbnut like me talk about money.
Okay.
Let's pump the brakes. Let's not talk about these healthcare heroes out there. Let's just, hey, this is you listening to a podcast or listening to something and realizing, I kind of like this. I want to learn more.
And with that, follow the Everything Money channel with Seth and Paul. Thank you, Paul, for your insight. Always your insight. Everything Money. Yeah! Like the video, bitches. See ya.
Bye.